Good morning. Welcome to Will Legal Group's Coffee Chat. Happy Wednesday.
Hello.
So this week we are talking about social media and all the advice and tips and things that you might see on social media about estate planning and probate. So where do you want to start?
Oh, there's so many places. I think let's just start with what we're talking about is not like things like what we're doing, and we're going out giving tips and things like that. And there are other estate planning attorneys who do similar things. That's not what we're talking about. We are talking about specifically non-attorneys who are using TikTok, YouTube, probably Facebook, Instagram as a medium to try to give you information. And the big thing is that they're not lawyers. And that means that much of the information that they're giving is not correct. So we're bringing this up because
we've gotten a lot of, we've seen a lot of things. We've had folks reach out recently saying, hey, what about this? And we'll go in and look at it and be like, you saw that the title page, like the introduction, the guy says he doesn't do tax and legal advice, and this is just informational. Well, then maybe you shouldn't be taking legal advice from some person that doesn't have any credentials. I think the other place we see it a lot is in Facebook groups where people go, hey, looking for information on X. And then you get people that comment that say, oh, well, I did this, or this is what, I recommend.
Yes.
And you don't know if those people are attorneys.
And usually they're not. Usually they're just people who have heard something or their family member has gone through something, and not just estate planning. We see it a lot with family law cases too, those kinds of questions. So the other thing to look out for too is if you see certain industries that are not lawyers claiming that they do estate planning, beware. Really do your due diligence, look through their website, see if they are actually lawyers, because there are other, it's a lot in the financial industry. Yeah. So they are claiming that they will sell you a trust, or they will give you a trust, and they will, they'll help you with all of these things. And it's very, very inexpensive. And there's a reason it's inexpensive. It's because they're not lawyers, and they shouldn't be giving legal advice and setting you up with documents like that without a law degree. So just, and we've seen some of these and the information's wrong.
Yeah. Well, and some of them do use attorneys, right, to create the documents, but questionable on who the attorney is, right? And what their experience is. And we've had folks call and they haven't been given correct information, or they haven't been given all the information they need.
Right.
And so they're not making decisions, or they're, calling for us. Oh, hey, I saw again online, right? Hey, there's this thing, but how am I supposed to do that? Or on my estate plan? We can't help at that point because you have someone who you're working with.
Right. Right. And so I guess this is just very much a buyer beware, our little PSA right now. But specifically when it comes to trusts and taxes, I think there are certain trusts out there that can help reduce taxes.
Estate taxes.
Estate taxes, yes. Certain, not income taxes, things like that. We're talking about death taxes. And what we're seeing more is, they're scammers. The IRS calls them scammers, who are saying, oh, well, if you just set up this type of trust, you can avoid all taxes, or you could avoid, income taxes, or these types of taxes. And that's probably just not true. So just, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And just really do your due diligence when you're looking at things like that.
Yeah. So, and talk to an attorney.
Yeah. It's going to cost you much less to have an initial consultation with an attorney than it is to get sucked into one of these scams and find out that you now have incurred a huge tax liability or something similar that you didn't think you were going to have. And, it's just get the information up front from somebody that's credible.
Yeah. So, and I think you get what you pay for.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. So if this is a really great deal, there's probably a reason why it's a really great deal.
Right.
And it's, you might be saving money up front, but costing your family a lot on the back end, or costing yourself a lot on the back end when you realize it doesn't work the way you wanted to, or when you get the proper information and have to correct it.
And I think that's the key. And this goes for like the online LegalZoom type things as well. The question we often see is, are these documents legal? Well, probably. But do they do what you want them to do? Do they work the way you think they're supposed to work? And the answer is we don't know, because you haven't gotten the counseling that only an experienced attorney can give you. So when you do those types of plans, they're probably legal as long as you follow the instructions and have them witnessed and everything. But do they actually function the way that you think they're going to? And with estate planning documents, it's often too late to find out that they didn't work the way you wanted to, because you're either incapacitated and you can't change them, or you've died and clearly you can't change it at that point. So
yeah.
Due diligence.
I heard someone did a LegalZoom will in which they left things to their cat, like left physical things. Like, the cat gets these of my possessions. Well, good luck. I mean,
animals cannot inherit. Now, you could set up a trust for a pet, but it has to be managed by a human. So you can't just leave things to your cat.
Right. So buyer beware and reach out. And actually, I guess good introduction. If you want to learn information about estate planning and trust from actual lawyers who can, give you a great overview, and then, meet with you individually to talk about your specific situation and family, but just a good overview of estate planning and trusts, join us tomorrow at lunchtime for our virtual estate planning 101. It's our wine and wills that we usually do in the evenings, but we're bringing it up to an afternoon for those people that can't hop on in the evenings, but might be able to join us during lunchtime. So we'll drop the link to register there in the comments, and we hope to see you there.
Yes. And if you have questions, please feel free to comment on this, reach out to us. We want to know what your questions are.
Yeah. So, all right. Have a good day and a great week.